We are in the Sleepy Creek watershed. We're on site where we are replacing a failing septic system with a brand new system that will more effectively treat the waste that is coming from the home. I had been working with a grant with Sleepy Creek Watershed Association and the Conservation District. Part of that program is to cost share on failing septic systems to repair or replace them in order to prevent bacteria from entering the streams.
For the most part, just a typical septic system is a tank, drain lines, and the pipes that connect everything together. So you have the pipes that leave the house that take all the effluent from the showers, the commodes, everything, all the wastewater goes from the house to the tank. The tank is basically a giant filter, and it will filter out all the solids and separate the solids from the wastewater.
This is what they call a chamber system, yes. You dig a 3-foot wide trench, you just lay them in the ditch, they hook together when you lay them in there, and you got the end caps put on them, and it's just a dome, and it allows you more storage for things to drain into the soils. When you have drain fields, there's several ways of going from one drain field to the other. This one has a distribution box where the water from the septic tank comes to this box, and then it flows to each drain field evenly. But when your drain fields are failing, which is the key part of the septic system, you'll get water coming to the surface, especially if it's black.
The system started backing up into the house, and with the running water and all, especially with the toilets, they weren't flushing very well, and they kept, backing up and trying to overflow. As time went on, we noticed also out in the yard, a certain part of it was getting really mushy, and it got to the point we couldn't even mow over it anymore because it was so wet.
If untreated effluent is ponding to the surface, then it will wash away during storm events, and it can also go down into groundwater and can contaminate nearby water wells, pollute nearby surface water, ponds, rivers. It can kill off vegetation, wild plant life, and it could also affect wildlife as well. It's a good thing for homeowners to not flush unbiodegradable items down the toilets, like diapers, cigarette butts, paper towels, condoms. That stuff doesn't break down in the tank.
You don't want any chemical to go in there to kill bacteria again. Of course, no paint thinners or anything to that effect.
Most homeowners should pump a tank every 3 to 5 years. That's the typical amount of time.
There's some financial help assistance through the Soil Conservation District. Here locally it's called the Sleepy Creek Watershed.
Financially, the homeowner is responsible for a minimum of $500 up front, so it's essentially like a deductible, and once that's taken care of, we can provide the remaining amount of the cost up to a maximum of $7,300, and then if the total cost were to exceed that, they would be responsible for the difference.